Today is an extremely warm day. Pretty excited to be honest because I don't really have too much going on. So there's a lot of self-learn. I'm trying to build all my lists together. But a cool thing is I have a call with the top performer in the whole of Europe. I reached out to him yesterday. He was so nice. He said, let's book in some time today. So he's only been here for less than a year as well, but each month he just smashes it. So I just want to know how he does it, pick his brains. And I think that's the best way, like honestly, because flock of a feather, fly together. If you can just try and speak to as many people as possible, right? And it comes from a place where you can have to like detach your ego away, because even when you start doing really well, when you become the top performer as well, you should never just take your foot off the gas. You should always still speak to people, because I believe you can learn from anyone, because everyone has different unique experiences and perspectives. So all it takes is a conversation, and it's happened to me before. I think one of the biggest things that's happened is recently when I spoke to my friend Jason regarding, should you follow your passion and that kind of thing. If you want to check out that video, I had a 40-minute conversation with him, probably an hour, and there was one literally like a couple of minutes in towards the end where we were talking about the subject, and instantly it just changed my whole perspective. All right, so it's 9:55 a.m. and the plan is to go on this call with the best person. So it'd be pretty cool. I know exactly what kind of questions I want to ask him. It's also a way to just like network with top performers as well. So once I can prove to them that I am also performing at a very high standard, then it's always good to collaborate, I always think. Good morning. Thank you very much for jumping on a Zoom call. I know you probably are very busy. I appreciate it.
Man, it's a pleasure to speak with you. And
saw your record as well. It's absolutely like fantastic. I think from even month one, since you started in the company, you were smashing it. Like there was never been a month you weren't smashing it. So I thought, you know what, I have to speak with you. I have to understand your process. It's good to learn from the best as well. So that's why I reached out. But thank you for hopping on a call. I appreciate that the most.
As you saw, using the platform is pretty tough because you need to put the touch one by one. You lose a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the process, it's a long time. Imagine this job as a game.
Yeah.
And the better you know the rules of the game, the better you can use the rules to perform. You know what I mean? So
let him cook.
If you're smart, you can have 2-3 SQL on only one lead. This is underrated because
let him cook now.
SQL subject to a cell.
Let him cook.
We will be happy to give you an over credit. Like that's the way it is. It's business.
Okay, right. So this is okay.
At the end of the day, you get one more credit, and yourself.
I said let him cook.
That's it. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. Like if I found some good leads from London, I will send you leads to work on.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate it.
Of course. I like to track the leads.
How do you see that? How do you know it's been worked?
If you wait until 29th of July, you can work on the leads.
So you warm them up, and then on the 29th you attack. Okay.
I'm going to tell you this, okay?
Yeah.
Basically, you have 2 categories. You need to focus on tier 2.
I see, okay. Oh my god. What the That was... I did not expect to have that call. Genuinely one of the... No, not even one of... That was the best call that I could have even ever asked for. It was just no nonsense. It was just no generic information. This guy just gave me the secret formula. And it makes sense, like, he is the #1 person in EMEA. He, in the whole of Europe, he consistently, like, goes above and beyond his targets every single month. Like, he just gave me, like, so much value. That is insane. But yeah, it just also goes to show that there are these, you could say secrets, or like, it's completely legal in the sense, like, it's completely, right to do, but it's just there are loopholes that you can target to do well. But yeah, I guess that came with so many trial and error finding the thing. And even in my old workplace, there were loopholes in that sense. For me, I feel extremely grateful and lucky to have this kind of knowledge and access and understanding of the loophole in my 3rd week in. I'm not even started the role properly. So for me to know this early on is just insane. And to be honest with you, my core thing is, like, the only reason I even got to understanding this, which actually is going to change my whole career. It's because I reached out to him. I saw him as the number one, reached out to him and asked him to jump on a quick call. Yes, it was up to him. That this was not in my control of him giving me all that information. That was completely because he was just such a nice guy and just like willing to share, and also because he was telling me like I'm not competing with him in that sense because he's in France, I'm in UK. But yeah, I'd always recommend just reach out to people. Like, you might get no's for sure, but if you get those yeses, you never know what conversation you're going to have, and you never know where that's going to lead you.
Sorry about that. Can I help you?
Hi there, can I speak to Ellen, please?
Ellen, she's in our Belfast office and we don't have her number for there. Do you have her email address?
If she's not there, is Donna in as well?
No, Donna's on annual leave now until next week.
Ah, okay, no problem. Well, thank you for your help. Shall I call the Belfast office then? Is that best?
You can try her if you've got her mobile, because I don't have her mobile, or you can pop her a little email.
Yeah, I'll just pop her an email. No worries. Thank you.
All right, lovely. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Very hot outside. Finished work. It's a Friday. You know, everyone is chilling, I guess, going to the park, but I'm gonna head to the gym. It will be a pull day for me. So do some back, some biceps, some rear delts. It'd be nice to get that. To be honest, I think doing some face pulls, because I'm always sat down a little bit. I'm trying to keep my posture up as much as possible, but doing some face pulls will help. I'm gonna come back and just probably do some more work. I feel like I've got loads of tasks to do. I like to pre-plan my weekend really well. I like having a to-do list. Right now, I'm just gonna do some editing. If I can try get this video done now before I go to the gym.
Please believe me when I say I'm sorry. There I go making yet another mistake. It's killing me to see that look on your face. I show some remorse, it's my fault, of course.
So day's about to end. The last 3 weeks, I've really impressed myself being extremely disciplined in my output, and I haven't even started my role at the moment. So, you know, the best is yet to come. Also, the hardest part is yet to come as well, because pretty much I've just been in training, so I can't forget that. But I think I put in a lot of effort for my training, and I'm proud of myself. I still do feel like I didn't put enough effort, but it's fine because I'm gonna try to do some work this weekend just to try and get up to speed, so I don't really have any concerns going into Monday and just starting, you know, off the bat and just getting the ball rolling. One thing I'll say is the conversation I had today changed the game, and this is living proof, right? You should be doing this. This is proof. Like, I can't believe I even captured that, because my intention was, yeah, I was going to talk to top performer. I've spoken to top performers before in my previous company, in this company, a few people so far, but my word, by far that was the most insightful. And also, like, I'm still shocked at like how good that conversation was, because typically with top performers, like, yeah, like we can talk about mindset and we can talk about, like, you know, keeping up with your organization, keeping up with everything, but the guy just spilled. He just spilled like what you have to do, and he went very specific. Like, I did not expect to get that level of detail. Honestly, shout out to that guy. He was insane. Like, what a nice guy. Potentially I might have only been the only person ever to have reached out to him, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like, in my old company there were only like a very handful of people that reached out to me, like on like a message like that, and they didn't know who I was. And because it is scary, you know, you're literally reaching out to someone, you might get rejected, whatever, right? And it is scary, but at the end of the day, right, the worst that can happen is just a blank or a no. That's the worst. The best case scenario is something like this. It just changes the game. The conversation I had today, where he literally went into like specific hacks on how you can speed up the progress. Now, don't get me twisted, or don't get me wrong, just because these are shortcuts, you could say little hacks or whatever, to like maximize your productivity and your performance, doesn't mean I can now start thinking, oh cool, like there's another shortcut pathway, I can just take it easy. No. The real top performance is, so he's shown me the smart work. People say work smart, not hard, and to a point I understand that, but realistically you should work smart and you should work hard, because that's how you become like the best, if you really think about it. He's shown me like a blueprint, a formula to do things efficiently, effectively, then applying volume into that smart work
just makes you into something unchallengeable or uncompetable. I don't think that's a word. It just makes you a formidable opponent, you could say, like that. Like, it just makes you just propel to different heights, and that's what I'm going to do. Like, of course, I'm very brand new, so I'm not really familiar with the whole system, but he's shown me everything. I managed to also record that conversation so I can look back and just go over it, and I'm just going to try and apply it. And now I know I can definitely reach out to this guy and be close, because it's part of the game. Like, people that you see, like, that will give real value, that really, you know, help you along the journey, don't forget those people. Help them back, help other people that show this kind of enthusiasm as well, always. But when you have opportunities like that pop up, you know, form a relationship, be close to them, and just keep that relationship. People that help you along the path are, you know, gold. And my real takeaway for you is that this conversation I had with him would have never happened if I didn't check out the leaderboard list, looked at people that were doing well, and just messaged him. I literally just messaged him. That was it. He was just happy to help. Yes, that was outside of my control, whether he would take the call or not, but you never know until you actually do it. So that's my thing. Like, you have to just go out there and reach out to people.
I don't know, these last 2 weeks, what it's taught me is that having a purpose and a routine that you do every single day just built the craziest amount of momentum in me, and I just feel like I want to get out of bed. I know I have to wake up at 6 a.m. during the weekdays, but even on the Saturday, I just, as soon as I open my eyes, I just want to get out of bed now. And I feel like that's only because, number one, of the routine, but because now there's this long-term plan to be the best in my role, in my company. Then just to put the effort in every single day, put even the effort in for YouTube. I've got so much to do for YouTube. I can't wait to start editing tomorrow. Like, I am genuinely, like, I've not felt like this in a while, where I just want to jump out of bed and just start attacking the day. Like, I feel good. Late night thoughts before I head to bed. It's been a good day.
对不起 Baby, I'm sorry